The theater organ, as it's called, was also originally called the unit orchestra. And the reason for that was, it basically was a one-man band. It was voiced as orchestrally or symphonically as they could, with wind-blown pipes, it being a pipe organ. But beside that, and what differentiates it so tremendously from a regular church organ, is the fact that it has all kinds of sound effects: drums, bells, whistles, bird whistles, airplane motors, anything for the silent picture screen, that whatever happened in the movie, you had an effect to go along with it. We thought maybe it might be interesting to just very quickly show you through some of the different effects and some of the different sounds. Being the world's original synthesizer, if you will, imitating the orchestra, it had all sorts of different instruments from the different sections of the orchestra: the brass, the woodwind, the string. Very quickly through some of them, some of the fanfare reeds. And there's another trumpet. We can imitate the church organ, or the big church organ, or we can imitate the circus calliope, or those same pipes, big fat flutes, they played when the lovers were kissing on the screen in a very different way, and they sounded like this. And then we had things like saxophones. We combined with a few other stops on here to make it sound sort of like one of the big band orchestras. And we had a funny little thing called a canura, and that was something that sounded like tuned bees buzzing. Or you could put it with the fat flutes that we showed you earlier and play down low, and it sounds like a 300-pound bee in a bottle. And then we also had the woodwinds like the clarinet. And we have a couple of different oboes on the organ that sound like this. And then we've got the bowed strings of the orchestra as well. And the orchestral flute, some of the smallest pipes in the organ, down to 1/2 inch tall. And that's when the dogs come barking. And finally, amongst the pipes, we have a set of pipes called a vox humana. That means, of course, human voice in Latin. To imaginative hearers, it sounded like a choir of angels or a choir humming in the distance. Or the clever theater organist could imitate the frogs in the swamp. Other fun things that we had: the tonal percussions, a full marimba, a big rosewood bar marimba, and the xylophone, and the glockenspiel, and celesta, and chimes, and the big tower bells. Well, then we could march the band down the aisle, or play on a real tambourine, a real castanets, or a real tom-tom, or the real woodblock. And a couple of other very quick things through the instrument: a Chinese gong, and a band cymbal, and the bird whistle, or the triangle, or the jingle bells, or the wind chimes, or the steamboat whistle, the fire gong, ring the telephone, the old-fashioned telephone, or even the Uga horn. So you could do just about anything. You could imitate the cows mooing and the pigs oinking and crashing glass if a window broke and thunderstorms and you name it. It was available in one of these unit orchestras of the time. And so just to play you out with a few different sounds, I'll just play a couple of quick measures of No Business Like Show Business.